If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Welcome back everyone. I just wanted to start off this video by saying thank you to all the supporters out there. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. I think it's under 300 away now. So if you could help fight that YouTube algorithm with me by liking, commenting, subscribing and sharing these video updates, is really appreciated. Now, not very exciting times since the breakout. We've pretty much topped out after filling in this CME gap, which is quite confusing to see because we've got such a large purple box with two inside, but the CME gap is here and here. So this smaller purple box over here that you can see, since going up to that point, we can see multiple wick rejections. We've even come over here and topped out in the last day, where we've basically had a wick rejection off there, a break within, then instantly closing back outside, confirming it as resistance right over there, and then coming back all the way to that area with another wick rejection. And we actually got a bearish signal from this point. So a bearish signal has flashed, everyone. We need to keep our eyes on it. It's a divergence, something that's showing disagreements in the chart, but I'm going to show you today what this all means and where it's actually going. And in fact, yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So here we see the disagreement, higher highs, lower highs, and with that, it's just essentially saying that the chart is lying. We're seeing this breaking out to the upside, but the indicator is saying actually no, momentum is actually coming down, or the momentum is coming lower. Less money is stepping in, although price is continuing up. So there's that disagreement, and it appeared on this candle over here, so on the close. So then, what does this then suggest? It means that it's now finished going up, and we need to look for where it's coming down to. So I know that this move up is now finished, as we have a negative candlestick, but also the bearish divergence suggesting that the momentum money coming in is diminishing. And with that, this move is now completed. I'm going to use my fib on that move, this upward push, because we know it's now completed. Just before I use this fib, let's see where this move was completed in terms of the Fibonacci. We can see that this move was completed at the 786 fib, so we know that this is the deepest retracement area. In fact, this breakout towards that point is actually a bullish sign, because in fact, guys, when we're measuring this dump over here with the fibs, it's suggesting that we should top out between the 0.5 and the 6.5 at 34.2 to 34.5k. And then by breaking through 34.5k, we're creating the reversal wave. As long as we can maintain the 0.5 as support, we can see that we came down a little bit low over here. It was to test the 20. And with that, you create this wick support right here. So we need bodies closing below that point for continuation lower. You can see that we did not get that body closing below. We'll get into that in a second. But we can see that we pushed through, held this as support, and we created the reversal wave. All we now need to do next is break the 786 fib, and then we'd have a pump to the 1 fib level, where we'd wait for a break of that, and then we could be heading to 35.6 to 36.2k over here for Bitcoin by breaking the 786 and the 1 fib level. But we can see that after getting to the 786, we actually didn't hold support in the golden pocket. We did technically find support over there, and let's now actually include that in the golden pocket, simply because it's the main reason why we came down to that is the 20 moving average, which was just slightly beneath. So it still makes sense that this area is holding, and then we'd be looking for the reversal wave to continue once the 786 is broken. So it does not mean at the moment that it's going to happen. 36.2k, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen, simply because we had the bearish divergence over here signaling that this is the top of the move. So then we need to get our Fibonacci over here, and then I'll show you how we could still go up to 36.2, but how we can invalidate that. Well, technically it's not really valid at the moment. We'll talk more about that. Make sure you have liked the video if you are enjoying it. Again, it's a daily fight with the YouTube algorithm. They don't want these channels to grow. They only want the people that are moon boys to grow. Unfortunately, it's easier to click on them videos. But here we've measured this wave up. This is where you're going to learn properly how to trade, guys. This is where we've used our fibs, found the golden pocket over here. So this short signal that we had here, in fact, guys, because we're stuck within this range, we're in a range bound market, and when we use the fibs, it's giving us retracement levels that we'll pull back to after moves are done, so moves are completed. So this move is complete, it's giving us the levels we'll pull back to. We've pulled back to those levels at the 0.5 Fibonacci. We had that 20 moving average on the 4 hour that is holding this area of support, so we know that we're waiting for bodies to close below that point. It's also the 0.5 Fibonacci. This would suggest if we did close below it, we'd be coming down to this level over here, the golden pocket. And while maintaining above all of these two levels, we have that chance to go ahead and break that previous 786. Let me just find exactly where that was for you guys. So I'm going to draw a line across just there, and then I'm going to get rid of that fib. So we know that this is the 786 fib at $34,760. That is the level that Bitcoin now needs to break through if we want to head to 35.5 to 36.2k, I think it was. Let me just double check that for you guys. It's definitely 36.2, but let's find what the lower target was. 35.6 to 36.2k would be targets if we actually break above $34,759. However, guys, this is because right now we are at this smaller golden pocket, this more recent golden pocket, where we're basically retracing to those key levels. As long as they are being maintained, which at the moment they are, we've got this chance of breaking the 786 fib. So for me personally, for the bulls out there, if you want Bitcoin to continue higher through this CME gap and then flipping its support, then we need to see $34,760 being flipped into support, being broken and flipped into support. And at the moment, we are below that point. We had the bearish signal from that area. We came down to test the key level of support. It has the opportunity to break out higher. We're coming back down to the 24-hour EMA. So that would suggest that in the short term, we're bullish. Look over here where we held it and then made a progress. So if we're holding it over here, so yes, we lost it, but it's to come down to that point over there. We've now reclaimed it. It must now confirm it as support here on $34,300 and then break $34,760. And then we're getting that continuation to 35.6 to 36.2k. However, this may not be the case because we must break this level. And if it's not broken, we could eventually top out early. This could be a lower high, flip this all into resistance where we're looking to create the reversal wave by just clearing these two final levels over here. And then going down to these lower targets at 32.5 to 33k. What I must say though, although us clearing this level over here would signal for these targets, we do have the 55 4-hour at the 1 fib level. So if we were to create the reversal wave by losing the golden pocket here, then it could just be a move down to the 1 fib where we would meet the 55 moving average at 33.4k on the 4-hour time frame. The 55 will also be there. And again, guys, this is acting as like a second layer of defense. So if we were to then hold this as support, we need to quickly reclaim the golden pocket, reclaim the 20 moving average and break out of 34.8k and then head up to those targets higher. This could all come crashing down if we lose the 1 fib level. Let's find where the 200 EMA is. It's slightly below the final targets over here. So the longer it takes, the more this creeps up. It will probably line up with this area of 31.4 to 32k. So it's just a waiting game, guys. We're just waiting for which path it will take. But I've prepared you with the paths, and we're just waiting to see which one it does take. So right now, as we're holding this support, we must find support on the 20 moving average, $34,300, and break through this 786 fib, which is $34,760, and we'll get that continuation higher. If we fail to break out, we'll eventually come back down to this level. You'll still have one more chance, but if we eventually break through and flip into resistance, we would be coming down to the 55. This is where we must reclaim that purple box and the yellow resistance to go to those bullish targets. If we now come down to the 1 fib level and keep hitting our head over here, failing to reclaim, we will eventually lose the 55, where we go on a slow, gradual path to those lower end targets. I've shown you all the possible paths now. It's now down to you to follow along with what actually happens, and you take the path and you just follow the path that is actually coming to you guys. So we know the bullish path above this point. We know the bullish path if we get down here, it's about reclaiming this level and this level. We also know the bearish path if this is flipped into resistance. We fail to get that, well, we get a bounce from the 1 fib, but it actually fails to reclaim it, and we eventually start bleeding lower, guys. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share to daily fight with the YouTube algorithm. They only want to grow those moon boys. Unfortunately, they don't want to grow people actually teaching everyone how to trade free here on the channel. So yeah, any comments that you want to say, any questions, let me know down there. I've got a final day on my discount. It's expiring on the 1st of November. On my course, it's down to £100. You're going to get 3 months free in my Discord community, where you get 2 weekly group mentorship calls where I'm live teaching you there my exact strategies on how I read the charts daily in these YouTube videos, how I would actually enter trades as well. So for example, with this bearish divergence, quick little lesson for you guys. The entry was here. We would be targeting this golden pocket area over here. We'd be looking down at this point over here, and we would close a major portion of our position at this point, just in case it reverses while we're waiting to close 100% down here. May never come, and this is why we'd close a large portion at the 0.5 here. We can see it's reversed from there. Imagine if it continued to the stop loss. So this is why we like to take significant profits during the trade, and I give you those exact levels, the exact stop loss, the exact take profit for every single position that you need to take. It's a specific strategy, so we're looking for very exact entries. I teach you this all in the group mentorship calls, which you get in my Discord community. Join the chat anyway if you want to be a member and get those weekly group mentorship calls. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates, so you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again, using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.